And Tim Onlu goes over a tenth of a second fast.
Alright, hello everyone, we are live here for Spa for the Premier Series. My name's Angel, I'm here with Kilgore Trout. Hello. There. Are they here? Or is that... Huh? Yeah, I introduced you. Oh, you just said my game's very loud, so I may be struggling to hear it, but yeah, we're here. Yeah, we're here for round 10. 2 more rounds to go left. 2 rounds left to go in the series. But today we're here at Spa. Practice session just ended, and it's a very special race. It's the 150th race ever ran in Formula Trout for the Premier Series, if I'm correct in that phrasing. Yeah, so a very special day. yeah, so very nice, very exciting milestone, Formula Trout. And hopefully a lot more in the future. But for round 150, we're at a very classic track here for Formula Trout, and that's Spa. I'll move on to seeing the points. Hopefully they've all updated. Over the weekend, obviously doubleheader weekend, this is the second one in Spa. Some penalties have come to play. Disqualification for Jaden Neal puts him back down against Felipe Olsen in the standings. But I feel what's more important is Nico Bossert, who has gone on to really dominate this season with 6 wins up to this point. If he wins today, they'll seal it out and become a champion with 2 rounds left to go. So we're going to see if he can pull off another win today, but obviously Spa is a really classic track, so we're bound to have some close competition. Like we said, Jaden Neal with disqualification falls right back behind Felipe Olsen, only 3 points between them still. Maxwell Younger, P4 last race, so even though Thomas Berry sadly DNF'd, is still on 108 points, he has moved up to P8 in the standings, overtaking Alex Cochran, who's racing today, and Christopher Bowes. As for the teams, Younger should have it should have it pretty sealed before the end of the season. We'll have to see though, obviously anything can happen. Obviously a few penalties that have affected a few teams here and there. Lioneers is 8th, All Knights is 10th, they're back up into the top 10. So is Lioneers also, they're back to the top 10 after a good round in France. Dak overtakes Griffin Gaming Red. But the top 4 and Griffin Gaming stays ahead of Dak due to those penalties and such. So far, everything seems pretty good and tight between the mid-pack of the team standing. It definitely everything's pretty tight between 4th to 6th place. If Maxie has another good race today, he should be able to make up some points and close it before the end of the season. Ada Chalagos. But yeah, as we wait for, I guess, the session to start for the quali, as it's now starting now. Do you have any predictions for qualifying, Gilly? I'd say we might see a good performance. Obviously, last season's winner here was Thomas Burberry, back for when he drove with Trinity, his team. I think we might see another good Thomas Burberry performance today. Obviously, Thomas got pole last time out in France, so I think we might see him get another pole here in Spa. That's what I'm predicting. Obviously, I think he's still in the hunt for P2. But as we talk about Thomas Burberry, they're all coming out, and he's the first man. Yeah, he's the first man out into the track. They now come out through Radion, the top part's Radion, if I'm correct. That joke is so old, but they all come through now for their outlaps. Oh, look at that. Yeah, we have around 14 drivers today, if I'm correct, in today's race. Obviously, both Junker GP cars, I see your G's are here. Yeah, let's see how this plays out. Thomas Berry sits P3 in the standings. Has multiple third places to go along with that P3 in the standings. And a few second places, but maybe he can go I guess 1 for 1, 2 for 2. I don't really know, but maybe he can win here again. Last season's winner at Spa with the Formula Hybrid 23. trying to get another one. Here comes the turn 1 now. It's pretty decent. These are going to be the first few laps. The game will take a bit to register them, so leaderboard may lag behind a bit, but also Barry on a fast lap. Not too far behind him, maybe a few other guys. As it's his teammate right behind him, so maybe he can give his teammate a bit of a tail. Max being younger, replacing Steve Stevenson. Christopher Bowes with the fastest first sector. Currently staying the fastest first sector so far. Let's see, Nico Bossert, I think, is shooting to cross the first sector line. We know he's pretty fast. As Thomas Barry enters the third sector now. We'll see what you can do by the time at the end of this lap, as he will be setting the benchmark. Yeah, Christopher Bowes has crashed. He's crashing the environment. That's all. Whereas he's here, Tom Faberry is going to set the first proper time to beat. Hopefully it appears on the leaderboard, but we'll just tell you if it doesn't. He sets a 141.6. Teammates, it's a 142.1. Gap P2. The gap is around half second. You can watch Cody Lawrence on the outlap. Nico Bossert is not setting that competitive at times too. Because yeah, as he comes to the pits, he's not setting a competitive lap time. I guess he just didn't see no point of finishing the lap. Just coming in and getting him set, refueling, and go for another. As Jordy Lewis has had also contact with the environment with Mark Levine. I think Nico Bossert coming out once again. As he's wide there. Coming out of that fast corner. I didn't even remember the Spa-Francorchamps. I don't know what that means. Spa-Francorchamps is coming to the front. Alex coming to the line for the first set. Yeah, if we look at the tires, Maxi is on C4, so Max is on pretty soft tires. Felipe Olsen's on hardest. Everyone else is on. We actually have a mix of tire compounds. Thomas Bear is on C2s. He's on the second hardest. What else do we have? Obviously, we have Maxi on the C4s. On the second soft compound of tire. We also have Felipe Olsen on the C2s. Mark Levine on the C3s. Max Cochran on the C3s, who we're watching right now, but I come into the pits. So he's not improving on his time. Yeah, Jaden Neal, the man who sadly got disqualified from a previous race, moving down the game for one position. Currently on C2s also. He's coming to the last sector currently. And I think Felipe Olsen is coming to start a lap as well. My question is, where are our Thunder players? Keep it up. Second and one. Yeah, good lap for Maxi to go currently 1-2 with his teammate in the session. 10 minutes to go though, so may not stay like this. But we'll have to see. One position. Yeah, they're all within a few hundredths of each other. All within a tenth of each other. In the top three currently. Alvarez moves with a P8 his time. The younger car coming to the line. Max here. Double second sector. Let's see what we can get for this third one and close it out on as he goes to pole. A good lap for Max really younger. The next man across the line is going to be Felipe Olsen in fifth. I don't think he's up on his time that much now. He's actually down on his time. In front of him, Jaden Neal, who is hitting. As Thomas Barry sets a purple second sector, so he's on par with his teammate right now, only a few hundredths off in the second sector. And now he's coming down the final few corners completely flat through the section, like you said, for most of these drivers. into the box stop chicane. Is going to slam on the brakes into the final two corners. See if we get a good exit. Seemed a bit iffy on the entry, but it's a smooth exit to the line. No, it doesn't improve. He sets a 141.5, just around a tenth under his teammate as he goes for another lap because he had a pretty squirmy turn one. Look at the delta. He is only slightly above, so he's really on the cusp. This may be the faster lap for Barbaric. As he goes through there, Ryan Hawk is just crossing the line. Cody Lawrence going to cross the line as well. I think he's... No, he goes into the pits. Umpire still on the lap, doesn't go on his first sector. Currently the main contender for pole right now in this session. Comes through Poulon. He's going to end the second sector sooner in one of these two corners. I don't know the exact timing point is for the sector. Comes through now. Still down by a good bit. I don't think Thomas Barberi will challenge for pole with this lap. He is getting a man behind him, Jaden Neal, a pretty nice tow. Well, maybe not that nice. He was a bit far back. Thought he was pretty much closer than he was, but Jaden Neal still not improving though. So I think they're both into the pits now. Only Barberi. Jaden Neal is going to finish this lap. Probably go for another one. Across the line. Doesn't improve. Improves with China. Ooh, I saw him in the grass. Maybe the grass had to cut the grass after becoming straight. His teammates not too far behind him, Jaden Neal. On a fast lap right now. Maybe he can give him some tow on the back straight if they can time it right. Jaden Neal has set a personal best first sector. He's doing pretty alright as he touches the grass through the entry of No Name. That touch the grass was just AC being a bit weird, but not on board. The American wanted to make up for that disqualification and secure fourth in this championship. And that's pole. That's provisional pole for Jaden Neal. We have 3 people on provisional pole this session. Can we get a 4th, or will one of these guys take in the top 3? That's a solid lap from the American. Yeah, they still don't think. Cody Lawrence and Nico Bossart still haven't set a lap time, a competitive one at least, so they're not appearing on the leaderboard. So I think they may be doing the same thing they did at France. Also, Nico Bossart has to win this race to secure the championship. So currently he's at the back of the grid right now, so we'll have to see how this plays out during the race. But so far, Jaden Neal is on provisional pole. 2 tenths behind him is Max Vernon Younger, and 3 tenths behind him is Thomas Barberi. Both CRG cars, and both wanting to get a win for the season. The first one of the season. Barry, personal best first sector, but same for Alex Cochran. Just to note, Thomas Barry and Jade Neal are both on C2s, while Max is on C4. I think he saw his time during the lap. As I think he is in front of his teammate. Yeah, he is. On an out lap. No! As a mistake from the CRG driver. Spins, has to turn around. That's his lap over. He does have time, I do think, if you rush to the pits to get out and do another one. Actually, maybe very tight. May not even have enough time, but it may be his qualifying over. Watch Maximilian Younger. Yeah. Bad mistake from the CRG driver, which seemingly, maybe, have cost him pole. He was on a pretty solid lap so far, but his teammate now is on a lap. Doesn't really improve on the first sector, but that first sector is just turn 1 all the way up to the end of the tunnel straight, so it could just be straight line. He may just have a more downforce heavy setup. I guess where did Felipe Olsen up to third? We were completely missing that. Felipe Olsen improving above Barberi. Yeah, Barberi's out of the pits. Most likely with fixed damage, obviously. We can see if he can set on a lap and make it to the line. But right now, Maxi is currently the furthest driver on the grid right now. I think the next person... Yeah, I think that might just be straight line speed for the first sector. Second sector, though, the more downforce heavy sector of the lap, he has improved on as he comes now to the bus stop chicane. Let's see if he can improve on his time and maybe even snatch P1. He does seem around 2/10 up. But let's even get a good exit and certify that to get the pole. As he runs to the line, he improves to a 41-1. That's him on pole. Only a few hundredths above Neil, who's also on the lap. Neil, I think, also improved on his first sector, so this is going to be pretty tight. C4 versus C2. And I think Thomas is 2/10 up. You are correct. As he's coming to the line now. Let's see what he can do as the checkered flag falls. He'll only enough for P3. Thomas Barry, that's what he'll start in the race, but he may be at risk from other drivers, like Felipe Olsen, who has started a lap. Felipe Olsen across the line. He does not improve. That's Barberi P3 for the race. Jaden Neal coming to the line as well. In front of Maxi, what can he set? He's a few hundredths down now. Maybe he can make that gap a few tenths. Jory Lewis has crashed, it seems. And what we read as he takes pole with a 41 flat. A good lap. Yeah. Yep, a good lap from the American for DAC systems. But now, CRG Racing's Maximilian Younger is the only one who can challenge him. And I don't think he is. I think he's just too far behind to really challenge. You have to tell the world light with these sector times. And no, I don't think he is fast. No, I think... As Maxi, I think might just go into the pits. Yeah, Maxi's slowing down for the bus stop. I think he's just going to go into the pits. He won't improve, but still a very good P2 for Maxi. I think that's the season best start for Maximilian Younger for the few races he's done in the season. But that's how it will end Jaden Neal is your pole sitter here in Belgium at Spa for the 150th race here in Formula Trout in the Premier Series. As Maximilian Younger starts P2 and Barbarian starts P3. With Felipe Olsen starting a very competitive P4. Alcock in 5th, Mark Levine 6th, Christopher 7th, Jordy Lois 8th, Alvarez 9th, and Ryan Hawk starting P10. We'll come to pits, and that's Jaden Neal, your pole sitter, coming into the pits. So a great lap from him. And a very, can't think of the word, intense qualifying session, especially between the top 3. Obviously, that leaderboard only showed top 10. We do have 2 more drivers. That's the 2 younger GP drivers of Cody Lawrence and possibly possible championship winner Nico Bossert if he wins this race from P12, as he's starting from the back of the grid, not setting a qualifying time. So, interesting strategy from them. We'll see how it plays out, though. Come race. So, Cody, that qualifying session was pretty intense, and now we have a pretty intense race. I'm betting you with all these alternate strategies, obviously. Max is on those C4s. Jaden and Thomas are on the C2s. How do you think this will play out? Fast of 1 lap, receiving quality, but we'll have to see if we can keep that up in the race. Yeah. Also, Nico is starting from P12 on the grid, roughly. Yeah, P12. But we all know his pace, we know how fast he is in this car, so. We'll have to see how that. Yeah, we have to see how that plays out in the race. Okay, we're not gonna hope that happens. We hope that doesn't happen. We hope for a clean start, always. But as we come, the grid is just now formed, it seems. I am back to pits now, and we can start waiting with this race to start. It's Jaden Neal. See, is on the pole position for this race, as we'll push over to the grid for the 150th race in the Premier Series. Jaden Neal for DAC Systems is on the pole. Right next to him is Maximilian Younger. Behind him is Thomas Barbarian and Felipe Olsen. And it's Scott Gray, Mark Levine, Christopher Bose, Jordy Lois, a whole host of other drivers, hoping for this to be their first win of the season, but Jaden's in the best position to make that a reality at P1. So we're sooner than later to start this race. Lap. This should be a. How many laps is this race? That's 200 kilometers. I know the half distance. I don't know. 29 laps. So half distance usually requires 1 stop, maybe a 2 stop, since some of these guys are on the softer tires. We'll have to see though. Maxi is on P2. Didn't get the pole on C4 tires, but again is on the C4 tires, so could get a good start. But as the lights come on now. Let's see how this all plays out in the race and stop our predictions. As the red lights now turn on for the 150th race of the Premier Series. As the lights go out, and away we go for Spa here in the Premier Series, round 10, 150th Grand Prix. How will the race play out from here on out? Jaden Neal gets a good start side by side for the CRG cars. Thomas Barberry and Maximilian Younger as they're going to go side by side down into Eau Rouge, but Maximilian Younger actually backs off. He loses P2 to his teammate Thomas Barberry. Felipe Olsen is close behind, getting tailed by Al Cochran and Christopher Bose down to Kemmel Straight. Maxi, though, is coming back at his teammate around the outside. Again, backs off, though. No contact between teammates just yet, maybe. We'll have to see. Felipe Olsen keeps his P4. Good defense from him off the line. Alex Cochran getting a bit pressure from Christopher Bose. I think that's Nico Bossert making a move. Already passed Ryan Hawk after turn 1. Now he's going to go around the outside. No, he stays behind the Jungle Tree Academy car of Alvarez as we go into Poulan. We're walking through the forest here at Spa. Through this helicopter cameras. That's Mark Levine losing time. Does he have steering damage or something? No, I think he just was slow off Poulan. May have gone wide. But it's a free position for the Jungle Tree cars who start at the back of the grid. Good Lawrence now gets past himself. But as it stands, Jaden Neal keeps his T1. It has a pretty sizable gap. He's not at a DRS just yet from the cars behind, but a pretty decent gap to start the race off as he crossed the line to lead this race. As Nico Bossert just now passed Alvarez, coming into lap 2. I think this is going to be our main show for this first half of the race. These younger cars try to carve their way through the field, starting P11 and P12 respectively. As the code is saying. Yeah, we have 28 more laps to go in this race. Let's see how the strategy plays out. Obviously, Maxi's on those very soft tires. C4, second softest compound you can start a race on here in Trout. So he's going to be pitting way earlier than most of these guys. 29 laps. Halfway point should be around, I'd say, the 15, lap 16. Wait the time we pit. Maybe for Maxi then, lap 12. We'll have to see how long those C4s can last, though, in this race. It's not uncommon to see someone try to stretch out a pair of softs at the start of a race and sim racing on real life. Try to get the advantage later. But Thomas Barberry sets the fastest out of the race currently, 44 flat. A bit blue. Yeah, Nico Bossert made a mistake. He's just falling back as Cody Lawrence now gets past Alvarez. Just slots in between the two cars of Alvarez and Lawrence. With Alvarez coming back at him now. But he doesn't get past. Now Nico Bossert trying to find a way through. Around the outside. Doesn't work. Down the inside. Contact between the two of them. This is not going the way the championship leader had wanted. A bit of damage now for the championship leader, Bossert. He needs to win this race if he wants to seal the championship out of Mark Levine. DNF from this race. Sad to see the DAC racing driver retire so early on from this race. But yeah, a bit of contact. The Bossert, not what needed. Lawrence ahead of him now. And a second away from the next car in front. the gap's now extended. Yeah, free position for both younger cars. Ooh, but doesn't get the best exit out of turn 1. Barberi, I think, is the closest he's been so far out of turn 1 as he comes up the hill through Eau Rouge into Radion. Watch from this helicopter cam as he goes through the trees now. DRS wide open. Can he get an overtake done into turn 4? Around the outside he does, and Jaden Neal just kind of lets him have that as they go into turn 4, and he makes the overtake happen. It's not the best position for him. I'd say someone who's really not in the best position right now, though, is Maxi. He's starting on his C4s. I guess the plan was those C4s were going to help him out to start, but maybe even to get the lead of the race and try to extend the gap. But right now, he's stuck in third behind Jaden. And his teammate on much harder tires is able to get past Jaden. Yeah, but he is still... Max is still very close, so yeah. It's not the end of the world. He could, like you said, play very smart, play very strategically. But with these soft tires, I bet he's hoping to maybe even get the lead of the race off the line. Thompson Bears is the fast lap of the race. Come through now. There's once more. Cody Lawrence chasing Alex Cochran right now. He's gonna have the DRS on him. Coming to the main straight. Alex will have DRS too, but it's just not strong enough. And now he's going on Christopher Bose. Ascended down the inside of the Griffin Gaming red car. Bit of contact, I think, there between Alex and Christoph, who are also side by side. As they're still... Yeah, getting passed by Nico Bossert too. So not a good corner for Cochran there. Well, will he come back on Nico Bossert? Probably not through Poulon, but he's still very close. Ooh, he's a good score with that. Ooh, as Nico Bossert thinks around the outside. Doesn't want to break track limits though. He's behind. Around the outside again through the bus stop. Thinks better of it, stays behind. It's very close to the rear end of Christoph Bose. Nico Bossert still behind Christoph Bose. He should have a pretty easy overtake. Oh, Maxi threw on Jaden Neal. I just saw that the nick of time. As side by side they go. Jaden Neal sticking with him though. Through turn 3. Oh, a bit of contact. Jaden Neal gets sent wide. He just catches the car. Yeah, now Jaden Neal is in the clutches of Felipe Olsen. Yeah, bit of contact. That's very close. Much closer than it was last week, so that's a good sign. As Alex is not too far off. Christoph Bose out Cochran in the DAC system car. sparks flying from the Griffin Gaming red card. But Ice is slowly gaining in this slipstream. I don't think he's going to go for a move into the bus stop. Kristoff is defending from Ice Cochran. Kristoff is on those C4 tires just like Max, and I think they might be starting to just be fading away. His leaderboard just glitched out. Excuse the hell out of me, but yep, here we go. Ice Cochran just easily passed Kristoff Bowes. Kristoff not being able to fight back. So, not a good moment for Kristoff Bowes in getting red card. He's currently, I think, I said it was in the points. He's currently P10 behind Alex. 2 points between them, so Will finishes ahead of who? They will jump each other. They will jump one or the other in the standings. Kristoff Bowes isn't too far though. Ooh, it's Kristoff, never mind. So he's not too far back. Kristoff loses a few tenths, critical tenths in that second sector. I think now it's just going to fall back under a second, even for the bus stop. I think it's close enough though. I don't think he's close enough to make a realistic move possible, even with the DRS and the flowing curves. Yep, Shotgun going a little bit wide through there. Letting Kristoff get a few tenths on him. They come through pull on. Kristoff is a bit wide there. The SS section now. That's leaderboard glitching out. Do not worry. We'll reset in a few moments' time. He's much closer now that he's got previous laps. Okay, yeah, it's actually pretty roughly the same. Seems to be losing time at the end of that second sector. Once now in the DRS. Feeling he's gaining on this main straight, but he won't be close enough to think about a move on the Griffin Gaming driver of Felipe Olsen, but we'll have to see. It's pretty hard to overtake in other places of the track here at Spa. Really the main places are the end of the couple straight and into the bus stop in turn 1, so we'll have to see if we can get somewhere else in this lap. As we come through Poulan now, through this S section. It's a very blurry camera over there. But still, Cody Lawrence, 4/10 now. I think you might be right. You might try to go for it, Blanchimont. No, not close enough. Still within that slipstream, within the critical around 5/4. 8 requires for you to really feel the effects of slipstream, and now he should be well within that. Through the bus stop now. DRS. Carry him through this corner. Yeah, Cody Lawrence should have this pretty easy and done by the end of the Camel Straight lap 10. Will we get the move on Felipe Olsen, done and dusted? Let's see. They come to the line. DRS wide open. Felipe just lets him through. He has his own race to run, and getting Cody is not a part of his plan currently. The top 3 still stays the same. Jaden Neal has been slowly but surely catching up to Maximilian Younger in P2. Maxi must be struggling on those tires now. Maxi. Yep. Lap 12, I said he's pitting. I think I might have just got spot on, or at least pretty close. As again, blurry cam, sorry for that. Last Max is set is 143.6. Jaden Neal set the same. Last lap, Max set a 44, I mean, and Jaden Neal set a 43. Got their best laps by accident. Nope. The gap still closing down almost within DRS, just barely not in DRS. Jaden Neal. Will he get it? Just close enough. Coming out of Eau Rouge and Ardennes, I don't think he will. No, he won't get DRS. So, very critical place to get DRS down the Camel Straight. We go Bossert. Now I think trying to get past Felipe Olsen too. Because once hasn't really pulled away honestly from Felipe Olsen, but Hugo Bossert is catching Felipe Olsen pretty quickly, yeah. As Alvarez pits, this will be our first pit stop of the race. Alvarez on the C3s. What will he pit on? He'll pit on for a C. Oh, as he DNFs. So excited to see that. He was running the points. Is he in P6? I think Boss would has to win. Oh, you're right. Side by side. Oh, we just almost missed it. Just caught it right at the nick of time to see them go through. Watch one side by side, but Jaden Neal gets the move done. And I think Max will throw himself in the pits. No, he doesn't. Let's see if he can pull back up Jaden Neal. Oh, he's really close. Nah, it's not close enough. Just stick behind Jaden Neal. I think this will have to be his hidden lap. It was a 2-second difference last lap between Jaden Neal and Maxi and Younger. I think this has to be the lap where they pit Maxi. There's now the Jungle GP cars catching up to him, and if he gets stuck behind them after the pit stop cycle, that's just going to be his race even harder with how fast Cody and Cody and Nico are. And Maxie should have just dove into the pits once Jaden Neal overtook him last lap. I think that would have been better. And now he's getting pressured heavily by these younger cars. Cody Lawrence down the inside, gets the move done. Will Maxie finally pit? No, he doesn't. Maxie stays out. Now he's going to be at risk of Nico Boston and Felipe also taking him off of it. They also need a pit too. I guess he's really counting on his pace when he finally pits for some new tires to help him get ahead of these guys. Yep, Maxie slots in behind Cody Lawrence. But he also may even get him. As Tom Faberry is now coming up to the first pit of lap traffic. And Hawk is better get lapped. We'll have to see if Thompson can clear him pretty clean and fast. He's trying to get out the way, just a bad place to get out the way though. He now finally does. 95, coming to 10. Nico Bosser, it's not too far from his teammate. Obviously, Nico Bosser. Yep, Maxie finally pits. Sorry, missed that. I had to take a call, but Maxie pits from C4s onto onto C3s. He goes one step softer, one step harder. I mean, so I have to see how this plays out. Maxie's now in P7, just ahead of Jordy Lewis. Christopher Bowes P9, facing the wrong way, like you said. That's not good for him. He's all the way down to P9. Alex Cochran just a few minutes ago now. He's spun. Not good for him. Nico Boss at 3/10 behind his teammate, however. Coming to Poulon. Close battle on the track right now between the teammates. Both of them currently ahead of Felipe Olsen and chasing Jaden Neal. 3 seconds though is the gap. Ooh, Nico Boss found the gas a bit there. Nico Boss, I think, is overtaking his teammate in this chicane, and he will not. Oh, these younger TV cars are pretty inseparable this race. Obviously, they start next to each other, but I'd assume one of them will try pulling away, or they get separated. The other cars and stuff overtaken, but no, they've been close this whole race together. Nico Bossert may have to force an overtake now, though. He is so close to Cody Lawrence. He may just do it just to not lose time, and yeah, he does. He goes down the outside. Takes the line. He's able to get past Cody Lawrence. I think they're now catching Ryan Hawk to lap. Next he is 14 seconds behind with Jordy Lewis in his DRS now. his key goal right now is just not let Jordy pass. He wants to spawn back a bit from his teammate there. 8/10 an hour, almost out of DRS. 4 laps in. As Jordy Lois tries to get back on maximum meter. Yeah, we'll have to wait for all the rest of these guys pit. Here, Fisher Bus is pit again. Takes damage slightly, but yeah, as you see, Felipe Olsen. Only one. Yeah, I don't think that's right, actually. It's a stop. Felipe Wilson hasn't stopped, so that is wrong. But most of this is right, as Alex Cochran in the pits now, he has stopped. What will we switch to? But everyone ignore Felipe Olsen's, but no one in the top 5 has stopped just yet. We'll have to see how it plays out once they finally do stop. Alex pitting now. Hopefully doesn't miss his pit box. What does he pit on? C4s. He goes into a softer step, or he's most likely one pit stop of the race. So not only the top 5 still need a pit, Thomas Rivera is still leading this race. And hot pits. Rivera again still leading this race. We have gaps to leader now. Maximum gap to leader is 34 seconds. And with the top 5 not having pit, I think he would get ahead of maybe Olsen and Lawrence. Bossert might be a bit tighter, but he won't get ahead of Neil or Thomas, I do believe, with the pit stop. So Maxi, I think it is a guaranteed P3, guaranteed P4 once everyone stops, but don't think it's enough as, yep, he's a Bossert now pits. Drives down the pit lane. It's Cody Lawrence pits 2 with the double stop, double stack for MGP. Maxi is now racing down to the bus stop. What did these guys switch to? C4, C3, respectively for Lawrence and Nico. Maxi running down the line. I don't think he'll make it. As he turns this corner, he's just going to see a younger car drive away from him. It's just not fast enough for Maxi. It hasn't worked out. He's behind both the younger cars. With Cody's pitting on for a C4 and Bossert pitting on for a C3. After both of them start on the C2s. That's what you have to think about now. Obviously, Max got these 2 extra laps after getting overtaken by Jaden Neal. Which I was saying he should have pitted the second he got overtaken. And letting Bossert and Cody pull on him was just not good for his race. It's closed gaps for the pit stop stage, and that's what's happened. So I have to think if he pitted just that lap, he got overtaken, would he get ahead? We don't know, but sadly we don't know what happens in that version of the pits as the leader now pits. Thomas LeBerry, really close to the wall there during pits, but pits nonetheless. So does Jaden Neal. They both pit at the same time. So does Olsen. So the top 3 have now just pit simultaneously. Barry pits, Jaden Neal pits, and Felipe Olsen should be to the pit box soon. C3s for Barry. Same for Jaden Neal. He kind of messes up his exit though. I think he forgot to press down on the clutch. And Olsen is onto C4s. Cody Lawrence to the head of Olsen. Doesn't get a Neal though, but look at Bossert. Look how close Bossert is to Neal. This is going to be a real interesting rundown the Camel Straight as Alex Cochrane actually sets the fastest lap with a 42.5. But this is what we're watching now. Nico Bossert around the outside, down the Camel Straight, past Jaden Neal for P2. As he goes wide, no! Nico Bossert goes wide. He overshoots the corner, and Jaden Neal just goes right back ahead. So Neal still keeping second place. He's getting pressured by Nico Bossert, but Bossert was just too eager on the brakes and just outbroke and went wide off the gravel and allowed Neal to get back past and closed his gap to Lawrence ever so slightly. It was not what Bossert wanted with after this lap, 10 laps to go. Bales in P4, not too far behind. P6, I mean, not too far behind Maximum Younger. They come through the back straight now, down to the bus stop chicane. Doesn't think of a move, but he's very close. Almost hitting him there at the bus stop from that angle. Come down to turn 1, he's still very close and on softer tires. Felipe Olsen with a as Maxie goes wide. Oh, as I turned downshift just for a second there, and I think he just let Felipe through. Felipe threw into P5. This Max's race is not going the way he wanted. Now C4's tire, I just don't think he made it work enough at the start. I don't think he made it work enough. And I think he just pitted too late, in my opinion. Obviously, I'm not a strategy expert, but it just seems like he wasn't able to utilize it to the best of its ability off the start, getting stuck behind Bavarian and Neon, and just pitted too late and allowed Bossert and Lawrence to get ahead of him at the pit stop by a fair margin too. Jane never sets a purple sector. Props to Barry, currently leading every lap of this race so far. Felipe Olsen passed Maximum Younger there. 4P5. So that's going to be a pretty good finish for Felipe Olsen if it finishes this way. Felipe's best finish of the season, I think, is a 4th, so he's one down from that. Lawrence still chases his teammate, and Bossert now catching a ramp. Oh, good! No, Bossert, as we just switched him, spins out through a mistake and loses now the podium, I believe. And Felipe Olsen and Maximilian Younger get by. We just cut to him to see how his race is going. As he's catching Neal, he spins out on the curb off of the Camel Straight. And what a shame. Nico Bossert, just some mistake, lost 3 positions. Now Maxie is now looking to get a P4 now. That's good on him. He's now into this to get a P4 due to Bossert's mistake. Bossert went for a big spin there, coming out of that. So again, just a shame for him. He's done such a good race. He was chasing, could have easily got a P2 without it, but That's not the world we live in, sadly. So, Foster will have to try to make his way back up and catch Younger, which does seem like he's kind of doing so far with these early Delta winnings. I really believed in catching up, but we'll see how it plays out. 8 laps to go in this race. Max is chasing Felipe now. 4-4. That's your main battle in this race so far. Yeah, Nico Bossip is actually catching back up. I was correct. But maybe he didn't take any damage. Maybe he just spun and was able to avoid the walls, however. Yeah, Nico Bossip is very quickly but surely catching up. But yeah, maybe he didn't take any damage. He wants third point. 4 seconds behind Jaden Neal, so it's going to take a bit of work from him to see with the C4 tires to get up. Catch Jaden for P2. We'll see Cody push like hell before and catch up with a pretty big gap, so we'll see if he can do it. The lap starts closing in on him. It's a readable glitch, ignore that. Anthony Younger still in P5. And that's Nico Bossert almost under a second, and then under a second when after the Delta fixed itself from Maxi. So he is very much still in the hunt for P4 is Nico Bossert. Into this third sector now. Coming into the third sector. See how this all works out for. Oh, as he goes wide again and he spins. He spins, able to catch it, but all that hard work once again just done from Nico Bossert. Not the race he would have wanted. Honestly, he was up in contention, maybe even for a win at one point of this race, but I think now he'll have to settle for P6 and their best P5. But he won't seal out the championship, it seems, this race. Championship's so wide open, I guess, but I don't think he'll seal it out. Yeah. Cody once will gain a few points on his teammate. Still didn't be too, however. With 2 rounds to go, and if Nico Bossert has 2 more races like these, it could theoretically happen. The launch comes to the line now. I think feel like still may have to look for P3. Still a podium finish for the American driver, but it's likely not the finish he would have wanted. The boss at 3 seconds back with 5 laps to go. We'll have to see how this plays out. The boss is not too far behind him though. He's getting a fair bit of time. Almost 2 seconds. Now it's covering around 2 seconds the gap, so. Boss are still catching up, but obviously with the 2 spins, I doubt his tires are in perfect condition right now. It's still very much gaining time on Maxi, the COG car. You know, under 2 I'm sorry? I was gonna say it's under 2 seconds now to catch from Boston and Younger. As the gap's now under a second. So Nico Boswick has actually regained all that time. Looks like you said, with 4 laps to go in this race. Now 3 when they cross the line. Three laps left in this race. Colorado still leads or close by right now. It's Nico Boswick and Matthew Younger fighting for P5. Everyone's a bit more spread out than these two right here. So right now, see if Boswick can catch Matthew for P5. To come to a kind of straight DRS will definitely help Boswick closing that gap. Drives almost under 5. Yeah, it is under 5 tenths. He's so close to Maxi. We hope to see if we can get the move done sooner than later. Good time for the final corner. Really flat out. Using all the track. And the curve is, yeah, Nico Boswick around the outside through Blanchimont. Can he make it stick? Yeah, around the outside. Won't make it stick there though. Falls behind. That's Nico Bossard up into P5. 2 laps to go. But Maxi now has DRS himself. Not close enough. He's staying pretty close though to Nico Bossard. Bit of a squirrely exit, but still within that slipstream range needed in AC. We'll see if he can get it done. Yeah, I think he will, maybe. Yeah, he's real close. Nico Bossard, off the grass a bit there. And around the outside, Maxi re-overtakes for P5. Good move from the CRG driver on older tires. Now I think he might try to pull him up a bit through this middle sector and run away, create a gap, but it's going to be pretty hard. Now comes to Prima once again. As the gap to Bossard is not close. It's the closest it's been actually, but it is a bit of those tense through this S section. Dirty air does not help you when going through those types of sections. And now onto the back straight. Gonna lead into Blanchimont. Will Nico Bossard try once again? I think he might have pulled out his slipstream too early, or he's running back to get just a full send down into the bus stop. He does. It's just not close enough though. Maxi goes a bit wide though, trying to defend the position. This scares Nico off a bit though. Nico plus not able to get the traction down. That awkward line, 2 laps to go. This is our closest battle of the race. Maxi v Nico Bossard for P5. Down into Eau Rouge once again. They're both gonna run over these curves, use as much of it as they can flat out. They run down to the Camel Straight. This is gonna be a pretty hard one for Maxi to defend from. That inside outside. I don't think he can. That's Nico Bossard passed in 5th place. And Maxi's tires, I don't think will be able to hang on that much. Maybe he can just hang on just close enough to stay within that 4 tenths. Now the gap's already extending. Yeah, I think Nico Bossard is just out of here. I think he's just gone away. I think Barberi is about to cross the line. He's coming to the bus stop chicane right now. And Bavaria's going to crash the line, start the final lap. Maxi and Younger still chasing Bossard, but just the gap increasing through these last 2 sectors. But at the race, Nico Bossard won. He's doing this in entertainment, but sadly, Nico Bossard here at the 150th race of the Premier Series at Spa will not close out his championship, will not secure the season 12 championship for Younger GP. Still has 2 more races to do it to, and I think he should be able to mathematically get it at Coda. But here at Spa, he will still need to wait till next race at Coda. His teammates in 3rd place, so still scoring points for the constructors, and I actually don't know if the constructors gets closed out at this round as well, but I assume so. They have 360 points to CRG's 189. So I assume sooner or later they'll secure the team's title. Do a good race for Jaden Neal. I think he's going to be equaling his season's best. He'll be disappointed finishing first, but this is his season's best finish of P2. So he's had many opportunities to win and get P2s before, so this will be his first P2 in Trout. But the man who's most happy, he DNF'd in France from pole position. He's been getting 3rd places all season, a few 2nd places, but today he's going to be the man on top. Finally, he wins it 2 times in a row. Tom Sperry is your winner here at Spa, 2 seasons in a row. A home away from home for this guy. Not as flashy as the finish he had last season, but still a pretty good performance from the French driver to win it here. And Fisher Rose and Nath Cochran will close out the grid with P7, P8. Yeah, Thomas the Bears are winning. How about that? 2 seasons in a row. Won here last season with a pretty epic overtake on the last lap coming into this corner right here. At the end of the Kimmel Straight for this season, it's been a pretty just good performance, leading every lap. And I think he does have the fastest lap as well. Going on for this guy. 2 wins in a row here again. And his first win of the season, which is more important. So it'll be a good haul of points for him. Still a bit away from Cody Lawrence in P2, but will create a gap to Jaden Neal. Will extend his gap by 2 points to Jaden Neal, he's at 80 points, he's at 108. He's gonna give us some donuts. Yeah, there we go. Just the dirt by accident. It's a pretty good, not the most event race at certain points, but we have some good overtakes with some fun times. And it's just a pretty convincing win for a man who's been trying to get a race win all season. He had his opportunity in Portimao, he had his opportunities at other races, but they just never come together like they did here. Smoke is just covering Poulan. And now as he clips the dirt, he's very excited to get this first race of the season. Yeah. Pretty good race. Not, we've had better, but very good race for the 150th. Pretty. Oh, hello? Yeah, just good race, I guess, from you, Maxi. Started P2, did good quali, got points on the board, fighting Nico Bossert at the end of their race for P5 there. So just walks through your race. And quali. Yeah. Yeah. And Nico Vossert spinning it a few times there. Keep battling him at the end. Was very fun to watch. Yeah, well, good race. Any thoughts about our next round at Coda? Before we... Okay. I just have to take it to Coda. Alright, we're gonna move on to some other people. Thank you for your time. Thank you for racing. Bye. No problem. Bye bye. Move on to Alex Cochran for DC Systems. Hello. Hello. Hello, Alex Cochran. Pretty by yourself there. Had a few battles and were near some people, but how was your race? Walk us through it. Yeah, well, still points on the board. Not often. Well, it's good to see you race at the 150th round, this time recorded at Spa on stream. But any thoughts about Coda next round in a week's time? Not a doubleheader, so you get a week break, you get a rest. Yes. Alright, well, we'll see you in 2 weeks' time when we head to the stateside once again. Second time this year. No problem. Bye-bye. Gonna bring in ex Felipe Olsen for Griffin Gaming. Hello. Hello. Felipe Olsen. P4. Season best equaled once again. Close to some other cars. Do you think it could have been better to just walk through your race and qualify? Yeah, we'll still P4, good points on the board. Still in the close battle for 4th in the standings overall, driver standings. So any thoughts as we head on Dakota? You get a week break, not a doubleheader, but any thoughts? Yeah. Brazil, yeah, July, I guess, from round 12. Alright, yeah, we'll see you in Coda 2 weeks' time. Enjoy your week break before Coda, I guess, and we'll see you then. Alright, bye. And bring in P2, Cody Lawrence for Giant P3, I mean. Hello. Hey, Lawrence, P3, that's another podium for you this season. Interesting race. Teammate didn't have that good of a race. You're pretty close, but not always there. It just, how's your race? Explain it through your eyes. Yeah, we saw it, yeah. Any thoughts on Coda? Get a week break till we head stateside once again. The 11th round, second to last round of the series. Any thoughts? Well, yeah, enjoy that week break. Obviously, doubleheader. So, we'll see you in Coda in 2 weeks' time. Right, and last but not least, our winner of today, someone's been wanting to win for a while, Thomas Berry for CG Racing. Hello. Hello. Race win, P1. How's it feel? And obviously you went here last season. It's not as crazy of an end. So yeah, 25 points on the board. Do you think it was a good race overall? Yeah. Again, congratulations on the race win. 24 points on the board. Guess how you gonna feel in a week's time when we hit Dakota at stateside for the 11th round? Well, good to hear. Hope to see you 2 weeks time. You get a week break obviously after a doubleheader. So I guess we'll see you then. Alright. Thanks everyone. Thank you for everyone for watching the 150th race of the Premier Series, Season 12. Thank you Kelly for being here. Thank you everyone for watching. Catch us next in 2 weeks time for Coda, round 11, second to last round. See if Nico finally clinches the title there or not. But yeah, we'll see you at stateside at Coda in 2 weeks time. Enjoy your week with no trout racing, sadly. See y'all guys all later.
Oh my goodness, and Tim Unlu goes over a tenth of a second fast.